Steph, it was kind of a peak point guard on ball Steph tonight. Was that something you guys knew you wanted to do going in, or was it kind of just going with the ebbs and flows of the game early?
There's a point of emphasis on trying to get the ball in my hands a little bit more to start, but the rest of it's just kind of read and react, taking what's there. They obviously had a game plan, and we tried to make adjustments, and I'm sure that'll continue throughout the rest of the series. And that's the beauty of what we can do, is playing a lot of different ways, trying to create good offense a lot of different ways, using gravity. But that was connected with our defense and the emphasis on not fouling, trying to make them earn, everything they got on that end of the floor. Obviously, Braun came out hot, hit some tough jumpers early, but we stuck with the game plan and played to our favor.
You mentioned using gravity. Just what does going small, having that extra floor spacing, do for you guys, especially against a team with the Lakers' size?
You got to give up something. It's hard to be everywhere. All of what's that movie or show that? Yeah, I think it's part of, again, how we're using our strengths to our advantage. Pick and roll. You got to give up something. So as long as we're decisive and the floor is spaced properly, you usually can find a good shot, and then you just got to knock them down. So Jermichael was huge coming in, being aggressive, being in the right spots. Obviously, Clay got going early. We found him in transition and in the half court. Draymond was amazing in the pocket. The Sacramento series, we found some success there, and then they tried to, respond to that, and we figured that out. So I assume that'll happen with LA. Same kind of vibe, but we'll have an answer for all of it.
Steph, obviously the last playoff win you guys had, you scored 50, and it was a big deal. But does the TCC in you like these type of wins where it's up and down the lineup, all these people contributing, you only take 12 shots? Do you get a special satisfaction out of that?
I do, but I like to shoot too. So just finding ways to be impactful and be aggressive. And whatever's working, sticking with that until you have to do something different. So we're capable of playing a lot of different ways. I'm capable of playing a lot of different ways. As long as we're just creating open shots, no matter who's taking them. And obviously tonight I didn't have a lot of open ones for a reason, and make the right decision. The ball finds the right person, and good things happen.
Steph, Draymond mentioned that Clay was particularly pissed off after the last game. Did you see that? Do you get a feeling what that might mean? And do you? I know all playoff series are big, but obviously it's Lakers. It's a team he's not. None of you guys have played in the playoffs for, and he specifically hasn't played his childhood team. Do you sense some sort of added significance for him because it's the Lakers?
Yeah, he talked about it before the series and how excited he was. I don't know whether he's pissed off, shots or the loss or both or all of it. He's a competitor, and he takes that stuff personally in terms of his performance and how he plays, and he's been that way his whole career. So whatever added fuel to the fire you need for him, whether that's the matchup itself or the personal history of fandom that he had, and now is a guy that's trying to chase his fifth championship. Like, all that stuff matters. We got to find motivation to keep the fuel going. So whatever motivates him, I love it.
Jermichael mentioned the speech you gave before Game 7 helped kind of get him out of his feelings a little bit. Was that in some ways kind of the purpose of it? And just what did you think of what he's done in this series?
We talk about it a lot in the sense of it's really difficult at times for a lot of guys to keep confidence in themselves, to trust that the work that you're putting in on a day-to-day basis to keep yourself ready and in shape and your skill set sharp, that it'll pay off, because you don't know when it's going to be. And historically with our team, around our core, We talked about it. There's guys that always find a way to step up at the right times, and whether you need that reminder or just that message that it's gonna happen. I'm glad it worked, and I'm glad that he took it to heart, and it's a big part of who we are as a team and our identity and our culture. And like I said, it's just not. I know it's not easy. So credit to him to staying ready, staying sharp mentally, confident in himself to knock down those shots and take what the defense was giving him. And that's him being a professional and taking advantage of the opportunity.